right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the G Fuel Pink Drip Pylon Tournament, where we have a whole bunch of the best players in Korea playing, starting the tournament off in the bottom left, in the red. This is none other than the big boy himself. It is Parting. And in the top right, in the blue, representing GGGSC2, it is Dream. And this is, of course, all cast live as the tournament goes on. A pleasure to cast on a bit of a different time zone to when I normally cast, but to see this sort of match is always good. Now, Parting has been a big fan of going very quick Nexus lately, and he's doing it again. So this is a 17 Nexus, 18 gas, 18 Cybercore, or 17 Nexus, 17 gas, 17 Cybercore. However, he's not going for the proxy. He's just going to do a Zealot pressure. Awesome. So for a while, whenever Parting did this opening in this matchup, he would send the Nexus probe across, build a second gateway, build a third gateway at home, and he'd do that 3-gate. Crazy build that he was doing at the World Championship. He was destroying TY and Innovation with it. I'm sure the Terrans have started to figure things out, and wisely, an SCV scout comes across, sees a Zealot leaving the base. Now, what's the reaction for Dream? Oh, was Dream paying attention? He's not going to build a bunker just yet. He's got to be careful. If his Reaper goes across the map, he won't have anything to defend this SCV on the natural. He'll have to just micro his butt off. Now, the SCV comes in, sees the second gas there, and that second gas tells you it's not that proxy gate build. That being said, Parting has been known to fake that second gas when people SCV scout. Thankfully for Dream, he does catch the Zealot on the way across the map. Parting not being sneaky enough. The Zealot's going to wait in the grass and does land a hit on the Reaper. Nice micro by Parting. Dream, of course, just chilling there. And, ooh, okay, both of them having a bit of a micro dance. Oh, for those who don't know, Micro Jackson himself will be in this tournament as well. Looking forward to casting some of his games. Oh, the Reaper does take out that Zealot. Okay, nicely done. Does survive. Adept is here. Bunker's a little slow, but notice he delayed the reactor. 2 Marines and a Reaper should be able to take on an Adept. Oh, nice micro, though. Parting does manage to tag the Reaper even before the Shade finishes. The Marines, though, can they kill him? Punish. No, unable to do it. Parting gets out with 7 hit points, and his Shade will be able to confirm there is no factory on top of a reactor. He's even going to go in deep. Parting, always known for clicking with his dick in terms of how he micros. Like, people normally talk about that with clicking links on the internet, but for Parting, it's with his micro. He always takes the risky aggressive option and prioritizes tilting his opponent, pissing them off, trying to drive them to tilt city, and already gets a bit of damage, and he's going for a super greedy DT drop behind it. He has nothing at home, by the way. He has literally no units. He's only built the Zealot, the Adept, the Stalker. The Stalker's going home. This Hellion's going around the edge of the map. And he's just, he's got a shield battery, so he's going to put the Stalker in the wall. He's got a probe walling off for now. As long as he doesn't let that Hellion in, he's going to chrono a Prism out, go across this map, and hit a very fast DT drop. And this is kind of bad for Dream, because Dream has been slowed down. He's now gearing up for his own Widowmine drop, but that is not good against a DT drop. The reason is a Widowmine drop just doesn't do big damage, and it takes a while to get going. So the Widowmine drop, yes, it could do something, but I think with the timing of it, I mean, it's just popped out, it's just loading up. Maybe it spots the Prism on the way. That's best case scenario. It actually looks like it will. It's lined up to do so. That could be the warning that he needs. He's got a Tech Lab going up on the starboard. He needs to start a Raven yesterday. Prism goes past. Let's go to Dream's camera. Dream drops an eBay in the wall, so I think he realizes exactly what that means. The eBay in the wall means DTs can't walk in the front. No, raise that depot. Oh, he's supply blocked. He can't get the Raven out right now. Oh, no. Let's go back to everyone's camera. DT's warping in the front. He hasn't raised the depot. Dream does not realize it's a DT drop. And this is what I'm talking about. A Widowmine, it's going to delay a bit of mining time. It's not going to do much else. He's like, cool. Wasted some mining time. Parting will lose 2 probes. Meanwhile, Dream is in a very, very hard position. DT's in both mineral lines. All the SCVs and Marines gathering up. He's going to have enough energy for a scan in a moment. But look at that. Turret builds on the low ground. Immediately gets killed. Hasn't used the scan just yet. That's something. But look at that, man. Even his natural's in trouble right now. And if he scans that, I mean, it'll escape. It'll get out of there. So he's trying to pull his units down. The redrop is here. The Raven and the turret finishing up in the main base. The turret could go down and try to punish that turret. Does get a few hits on that. Bunker goes down in the front of the natural. Dream has lost 9 SCVs, but more importantly, a ton of mining time. He's being purely pinned in at home behind this. Parting is in charge. He's looking large. He's got charge, an observer, forge, Robobay. So he's going to be going charge Colossus behind this. He's going to look, of course, for the Archon drop follow up. This DT is going to join up with that one. I don't know what I just pressed, but cool. There's an army size graph, apparently. Maybe that. Ooh, Shift A. Cool. So double Archon drop. What do we have to stop this? A handful of unupgraded Marines. Unupgraded Marines versus Archons. Oh, Parting only going in with one Archon, though, and actually a Viking and a Raven. Ah, so Dream pushes that back. Nicely done. If those Archons get on top of those Marines, the Marines die almost instantly. Dream still does not have a third command center. So the longer he stays without a third CC, the more he becomes locked into an all-in plan. An all-in Bio Raven tank, very powerful attack. What's good at stopping it? Charge and Colossus. And that's exactly what Parting's going for. His gateway count is exploding. Oh, Interference Matrix comes out and actually locks down that Prism. And oh my god, he actually gets the Prism with an Archon inside it. Big boy Dream says, yeah, take that. Parting says, I'm the big boy. How dare you? But yeah, rebuilding a Prism. He's gonna have to rebuild the Archon. He's on 1, 2, 3. He's gone up to 6 gateways. He's gonna build some cannons in each base in case there's some follow-up pressure. And indeed, there is an 8 Marine drop sliding its way along the very edge of the map. But it's going to fly right into an observer. One Pervy boy set up there. We've got a cannon going down in the third base as well. Parting going up to 8 gateways as the third command center drops. So Dream is not going to go all in. And you know what? If there's ever a player I would have confidence against a patient Terran coming back against, it's Parting. Parting, as I said, he's known for just going absolutely bollocks. He just dives in. He goes ham. He tries to click on things. And I'll never forget that TY series. Was it Nightmare? I think was the name of the map. Where you know, it got to the late game and he just started walking into Tank Planetary over and over again with his army getting destroyed. And you know, he looked like a headless chicken running around in the late game. Parting's early and mid game though is something to be feared. And even after getting that Prism and that Archon, I still think Parting has a much better army on the map. Dream's got to be really careful. He's got to get out of here. Drop on the left comes in. Stalkers are ready. Blink is not ready, but Dream sees them, wisely pulls out. So the question now is, where does it go? Because Parting is a little light on scouting, remember. So he doesn't know about the third CC timing. So he's trying to be out here to get some info. Finally, he's getting a hallucination, but he's only got 2 sentries, so he can't use a lot of those. He's going to try and come forward, and this is a super powerful charge lot Immortal Archon attack. Now, Dream wisely goes to the left. Now, this is a mistake Terran players have been making since day 1 on this map, and that's taking this base on the right, but pull the command center back. Dream, pull it back, pull it back. Okay, this is, at least he's only got a few SCVs out there for now. The bio comes out a bit too far, though. Let's get a good Widowmine shot. He's got to be careful. His Marines are up front, though. His Marines are up front. He's got to be really careful. Dream here losing way too much bio out there. Big mistakes here for Dream. Now, I was going to say, taking that third's really bad because it's in the open and you've got all this terrain blocking you from defending it. This base on the left is still hard, but as you get enough forces, you can kind of just center everything in the middle and be okay. Parting, the mad lad, having killed so much bio before this, he feels brave enough to try and break the ramp. The tanks did focus fire the Colossus, though, and as the Zealots wash up and the Colossus run out of shields, he does pull back. Viking production, very importantly, on the way. This is a situation where you're a little upset as Dream that you didn't actually continue tank production. They'd give you a big boost if you had continued that. Now the Hellion and the Marine drop will pull out. Just going to keep that in the dead space where he knows Parting can't get to it. Parting has a 4th base up against a Terran who can't land a 3rd. A brilliant move by Parting to keep the economy advantage. And I think for Parting here, it's a very clear progression. Just macro on up, get into your DT tech, maybe get a big Prism in the main at some point. Yes, there's a Viking watching for it, but you're just going to be able to expand and grow bigger. So I want to see Parting hit that 80, 85 worker count, honestly. For now, he's only focusing on minerals, but he's got to kind of move these workers onto the newer bases as a little oversaturated on that 30. Sticking single forge. He has a Templar Archives. I would love to see Parting just take advantage of this momentum and go Disruptors or something like that, but I think Parting feels like there's no urgency. If he just maxes on this army, Dream does have to move out and take a 3rd, and he'll die doing it. Oh my god, he's actually going to go for a very cute attack. He's going to force field the ramp. Oh, he does lose his Prism doing that. Stalkers, though, if they focus the Vikings down. And the Bio actually gets up that ramp, but oh, this is a really weird fight. Oh my god, Zealots were even dropped on the ledge there. Parting finds a very cool angle, and he gets rid of the Vikings. That's actually a disaster for Dream. Even though that looked like a sloppy fight for Parting, losing the Vikings, these two Colossus have 31 kills between them. They're causing so much problems. This is trying to go out, but he just rotates his army around. Now, Parting is actually very fragile right now, and he's kind of trying to bully Dream, but I think Dream realizes that his army might actually be stronger right here and now. As the Reinforce comes in, though, that does turn around, and what looks like a very dangerous maneuver for Parting turns into another trade, which is good. It favors him because he's on 4 bases going to 5, and any trade is a good trade for Parting. As long as he's not just getting his face kicked in, it's a good trade for him, and he just draws these fights out. The Medevacs cannot keep the Bio healed up. Only 1 tank in the back. No Vikings left, and Parting, Zealot, Adept, Stalker pressure into the DT drop takes map 1. Starting off in a very good way. Down here in the bottom right-hand side in the red, it is none other than Parting. And in the top left, definitely getting the worst end of that DT drop. It's Dream. Just kept busy in the early game. He handled the Zealot okay. He handled the Adept okay. But he lost his Reaper. He lost his Scouting. And he just took a little bit too long to realize what was coming his way. If he in fact realized it all. And unfortunate there for Dream. But once again, Parting here. Notice he has not dropped a single chrono boost. So this is the classic Parting opening, or the new Parting opening. You'll notice he'll go 17 Nexus, 17 Gas. Accidentally pulls 2 Workers off minerals there to build the Gas. He then builds a probe, then goes 18 Cybercore. And this time he is sending a probe across. Where is he going? He's going to do the 3-gate. Oh, okay, he's going to do the 3-gate. Let's see if Dream knows how to deal with this. So 18 Cybercore. He should be adding another probe, and then 19 Proxy Pylon. I have been doing this build on the ladder a fair bit, and it has an obscene win rate, even with my shoddy execution. 19 Pylon on the front, queues up 1 more probe, immediately 3 Workers on Gas. He's going to chrono Warp Gate and Adept. He's going to have a 21 Gateway going down at the front, another Gateway go down at the back, and off just 1 Gas, he is going to make a shit ton of Adepts. It's going to be really brutal. That Gateway goes up on the front here on 21 supply. There we go. Immediately chronos Warp Gate even before starting the Adept, and he's going to chrono that 3 times. Warp Gate is going to finish. That's right. His first warp in will be at 3 minutes and 18 seconds. It is obscenely fast. Now, Dream comes in. He sees no second gas. He sees the chrono. He should know what he's up against. And honestly, the best way to deal with this is you put a bunker right up against the command center. I might even have put it up there. And then you want to go straight into a siege tank and then bring that down and siege here. You're going to lose mining time no matter what, so you're meant to drop mules on the high ground, get a siege tank out very quickly, and you should be good. The Reaper already gets a probe. That's a very good start here for Dream. Very good start. And the Reaper's... Oh, no! Greedy. He should have gone left there. He loses the Reaper now. That Reaper was a great tool. Extra chrono going in. We see it's 3 gateways. So the Stalker's on the way. He's got an Adept building on the front as well. So normally it's 2 Adepts meet up on the front. You warp in 3 more on 318. And Parting, second gas is on the way at 3 minutes, as well as 1 more pylon, making sure it doesn't get supply blocked. Dream has gone Reactor after 2 Marines. So far, Mules only dropping in the main base. He knows exactly what he's up against. He's got the Tech Lab on the factory. The tank's going to come out. And this is a textbook response from Dream. Let's see how much damage Parting can get. Look at that. 3 Adepts warping in 3 minutes 18. He's even bringing the Stalker. He brings everything across the map right now. Behind this, there is non-stop probes. Parting does have a decent transition. This is not an all-in. It is just an abundance of very basic units while building his mineral economy very quickly. Comes in, already gets 1 SCV and forces mining time. And that's just the way it is. It's not until that siege tank's out that you can really push these Adepts off this base and cover it. Oh, you don't want to siege it there. Oh, the Stalker warping. The tank's not covering this. Sieging the tank on the high ground, I think, was a mistake. Oh my god, the SCVs are getting focused down right now. He's going to lose that bunker. Yeah, he realizes this. He realizes he's got to pull back. The bust is there. Uh-oh. That tank is even it is looking exposed, as is the command center. The Adepts go in. They're just going to dive on these Marines. Parting, the YOLO Lord himself here, is doing a lot of damage. A Dream, I was talking about this being a textbook response. Well, shit is getting dicey. That command center needs to lift, I think. He's got another tank coming down here. He's going to try and use that just out of siege mode, and he does clean these Stalkers up. Well done, Parting. Recalls those 2 Stalkers. 5 SCVs go down. Dream should not have sieged that tank on the high ground. You have to bring the tank down immediately. As we saw, if they warp in another 3 gateway units after the first warp in and just bust, it's a scary moment, man. And even though he kills some SCVs, I wouldn't say Parting's massively ahead, but he's got momentum. He's taken the Marine count down, so Dream has no counter flexibility. He doesn't have a lot of support for those siege tanks. There's a 3rd on the way. He's gone up to 4 gases and Blink and a Robo. So as long as Parting slows down Dream enough, he now gets to just go into his more standard game plan. Everything is massively delayed, right? Blink isn't going to kick until about 7 minutes, but Dream also doesn't have any real counter pressure. No Widowmine drop on the map, no Reaper out, no Raven out. So he's just gone a very quick 3rd command center behind this as well. And I like the quick 3rd command center. That is a very good, useful tool to build back, and it means losing 5 SCVs mining time doesn't really matter, but no bunker here right now does scare me. I think Dream's right to skip it. I do think maybe you'll need it, though, in the near future. If you're not building tanks, he's using his factory as an add-on builder. I think Dream, with how greedy he's been, he sees Stalkers there. Build a bunker, Dream. You need to build bunker now. Please make bunker. He's making Marauders. Parting, of course, has got a Forge on the way. Blink is almost done. Observers are coming out across this map. And 50 workers versus 47. Slight worker lead for Parting, but that usually is good for the Terran player as he techs up into Colossus. Now, often the way Parting tries to finish this is blink pressure, and then he's going to try and do lots of just like low economy Colossus Stalker sentry pushes. He'll add charge in there as well, but he's going to try and shave off your unit. So if you lose your tanks or your Vikings early on, you can't deal with this Colossus. They're going to keep microing in and out with a Warp Prism. So for Dream, the next few minutes is all about preserving his tank count and being really careful. And oh, that's a lot of Stalkers. He's going to try and move down there right now. The Raven's very exposed. Raven is very exposed right now. It does drop an auto turret. Oh, those Stalkers. Oh, Parting is getting some great damage done. He does lose his Observer. He's got 3 SCV kills already. Make that 4, make that 5. The Stalkers, though, are getting cornered. Stim Bio is very good at dealing damage. Parting, though, gets out of there at the end of that. 5 Stalkers have fallen this game. A few of those died earlier on, though. Just a few Stalkers there for another 5 SCVs and a couple of Marines. He gets another one as well. Dream's going to try and elevate it to the low ground. Just ferry those units down. That tank's sieging up, but it's looking a little exposed. Is Bio trying to establish control of this area? Dream realizes he's up against a 3-base Protoss. He can't delay that 3rd base any longer. He's got to get that down in mining, but he's losing units here. Oh, Marauder's getting picked off. Parting. Any chance to extend these micro scenarios are areas where Parting gets ahead. He's so good in these skirmishes, and every time you're in a skirmish like this, you know you're giving Parting the situation that he loves to be in. So we've got a Colossus out. I don't think he remembered the Viagra upgrade this game, so he has forgotten that extending the Thermal Lance upgrade. He's got a good probe count out. 4th base does start here. He's got Charge Zealots warping in on the front as well. No Colossus range. It's a big one to forget. 7 range on the Colossus just does not do as well. Dream, though, well set up on 3 bases this time around. He's building a 4th command center and lots of biomine. I mean, Dream, give him a few minutes, he'll get way ahead of Parting, but right now, I don't think he appreciates how dangerous the scenario is. There's no tanks building, there's no Vikings building. He's got to make sure he doesn't take any bad fights here. Oh, no! This is exactly what Parting is waiting for. A few Marauders and Marines get trapped with a force field. He catches them. Colossi are going to come across and join this up. Warp Prism on the way as well. You can take on Colossus-based armies with just a solid amount of Marine Marauder, but you can't be letting them bleed off at all. It's all about having enough raw numbers to gun everything down, and especially if you can protect the Marines out of these 2 reacted barracks behind your Marauders, do a little control click and shuffle them to the back of the army, you can actually kill the Zealots very quickly with Marines, and the Marauders can kind of be the buffer for them. And this is the sort of army Dream loves, pure Bio Ghost Mine, but Parting wants to attack, and there is just not a lot of anchor here for Dream. He's got 2 tanks that are the only thing that outranges the Colossi. Now, luckily, the Colossi have forgotten extended thermal lance, and that's a big bummer for Parting. Dream, honestly, oh, his tanks are on siege, or one of them is anyway. The Widow Mine's a little slow to burrow, but watch out for those big boobs on the Widow Mines. The Zealots are getting hammered, but most of the bio is gone as well. One siege tank is going to go down. He needs more auto turrets to drop off that Raven. Every unit that he can get out is big. Oh, the interference matrix actually had locked down the Prism before that. Another auto turret goes down. One Colossus does fall, a very important snipe for Dream. In the following moments of these battles, that one Colossus is still very deadly, though. The Viking takes out the Warp Prism. It's a big snipe. 3 Ghost 2 Marauders, a Viking and a tank. This is not a big army for Dream. He's going to have to pull the boys into this. Yeah, does pull some SCVs forwards there. SCVs into Stalker, Colossus, Stalker, Zealot. Not good. Gets rid of the Observer. I can hear sirens outside my apartment right now. I don't know who they're calling them for. It's an ambulance for both sides after that trade. Dream barely survives that timing. But keep in mind, he's on double engineering bay. He's getting enhanced shockwaves. So he's going for 2-2 against just +2 attack on the way for Party. He's getting the ghosts out. He's got some ghosts alive. He's adding 3 more barracks. And Dream's comfort zone in this matchup is if he can get to 4 base, 8 barracks bio ghost, he'll just be dropping, pushing all over the map. He's very good at using that. He plays a lot like Cure. It's a one-size-fits-all army. It's this single kind of, hey, EMP, Marauders, Marines, Widow Mines, this should be everything. But Parting's trying to keep him off that 4th, and he's doing a good job so far. Parting is looking for his own 5th base behind this. Parting does have to be a little careful, though. Finally, he starts Viagra there. He's still only on 1 Colossus, a Forge, a second one is on the way. Parting's macro, you can tell, a bit haphazard because he wants to be fighting, but he's looking a little bit like SOS. SOS often gets in this scenario. Looks good. You've done a lot of things to slow your opponent down. Now, where's your Disruptors, your DTs, and your 85 probes? And none of those are coming out right now. Parting does lose 8 workers. A nice Widow Mine drop despite having a cannon there and warping in Stalkers. Yeah. Bunch of workers going down. Nice little Widow Mine drop from Dream. So Dream's just... Oh, Dream, don't lose that. Don't lose that. Don't lose... Oh my god, he's going to lose the command center, I think. The Stalkers, though, just out of range. The bio comes down and... Oh, there's not many Zealots in here. There's no meat. Dude, that Colossus, it could get clicked on right now, but Dream, has he actually chased too far? The EMPs say no. The EMPs cleanse that army. The Stalkers are going to try and click on the command center. Parting does not get the command center. And oh my god, Dream giving him a case of blue command center there. As Parting can just feel he wants it so goddamn bad. He's warping in more units on the front. He wants to keep attacking. His answer to losing a fight is to keep attacking and to try to get that command center. Parting is not one to let himself be given a case of blue command center, and he does indeed finally find satisfaction. Thing is, though, Dream already is rebuilding a 5th command center behind that. He's got a giant army out here. It's a little bit spread and scattered, but I can't believe Parting's still attacking into this. I mean, if there's ever proof that this man is actually insane, it's the fact that he decided to attack in there. And we see what it costs him. It costs him his entire army. He gets completely punished. That was the absolute decision-making of Parting that we know and love. It's when it's a good idea to attack. When it's a bad idea to attack, still attack. It's you always know what you're going to get. You're just not sure whether he's going to make it work or not. And unfortunately, in that case, it was a terrible overextension. And I mean, Parting may have found satisfaction for a moment, but he immediately gets punched in the face afterwards by Dream. And Dream has hit 2-2 upgrades. He's up an upgrade. He's got that giant bio ghost army out. And Parting limps to Disruptors. And this is the thing I was talking about with the Disruptor analogy, the SOS story. SOS does the same thing. He's in the driver's seat. He's keeping the Terran off expansions, and he just never goes to the next step. And that's what we saw from Parting in this game. Where was the 5th base? Where was the Disruptor transition? Where were the DTs? And where were the Prisms hitting the main? There's only so long you can sit outside a Terran's base and contain them for, and Dream showed him what happens if you overstay your welcome. All right, straight on into map number 3. He got a little overextended and excited in that last game. Let's see if he can rein it in just a little bit. In the bottom right, it's Parting. His opponent in the top left looks like going for the exact same opening again. Both of them very confident in how they've opened up so far, doing it 3 times in a row. It's Dream. So Dream has been doing the Barracks SCV scout, I believe it is, or it's like the 19th SCV. So really late scout. It's very common in the meta right now. which I've been unfortunate to see a lot of low-level Terran players have been copying, and they're going, well, how do I defend this cheese and that cheese? And I go, scout sometime before you've committed to expanding would be a good idea. Seeing what the Protoss is up to before the 2-minute mark is kind of helpful if they're cheesing the shit out of you guys. You got to be very high level to pull off this late scout that the top Terrans are doing at the moment. It's going to be the proxy gate version again. Oh, wow. Wow. Really, Parting? 2 games in a row. Okay, okay. Now, if Dream doesn't get the bunker busted, I think he's in an amazing position. I think committing to the extra warp in of Stalkers and going for the bunker, it's a classic Parting move. It's, you've got the perfect response. I've seen you've got the perfect response. I'm still going to attack anyway, right? Because Parting often relies on his opponents know what he's doing. They know it's coming, but they're just a few seconds late. He's so crisp. He's so tight. So goddamn tight. But I think if he does that again, I think that tank's coming right to the low ground and sieging up behind that bunker. And I think if you pull the SCVs to repair the bunker and so on, you'll be good. Now, oh, Parting pulls 2 probes. That one's AFK right now. Oh no, Dream. This is a huge mistake. Dream. Oh, okay. Parting does end up getting the SCV, so at least it doesn't get any worse, but already 2 probes. This is a great start from Dream. He kills 3 probes. Dude. I mean, this is still just meant to be a very aggressive... Oh, he misclicks twice in a row. Dream absolutely should have got 4 there. Bit of nervous Nelly Butterfingers. He's going to go Concussive Marauder. Oh my. It's a 2 racks Concussive Marauder. Now, okay, with the Marauder build, that's very cute if you can catch a unit or 2. However, you do need to realize this is a proxy gate. And you saw only 1 gas. He's going to try and catch the Adept. You won't be able to kill that. You can get some damage on it, but not that much. Not that much at all. So I think he's got to go home right now. So I think Dream right now, if he, go home and build a bunker as well. Because even building Marauders a few at a time, like, you're just going to get outnumbered and outgunned. I think Dream is being very silly. I don't like this opening build order. He's going to get punished. Absolutely. This is just the logical response from Parting. He's building Marauders out of 1 barracks. That cannot compete with 3 gates. And, oh, Dream, I think he totally misread this game. And that's it. Parting gets the 2-1. It's over. There's nothing he can do. Dream. I think he didn't realize it was a proxy gate. He got completely confused. He just got twisted right off. That's not a good... I was like, maybe Concussive is not terrible against this, but you still need a bunker. And you'd still need to be very careful because you don't actually have that much damage. And it's like, just going out of the map with the Marauders, incredibly dangerous. GG, Parting takes the series 2-1.